Hold on to your seats and prepare your minds to be blown. Imagine a world where the Doolittle Raid, yes, that audacious air raid on Tokyo in April 1942 that turned the tide of World War II, never happened. The ramifications would slice through the fabric of history like a hot knife through butter. Our protagonist, Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle, an audacious, relentless airman who spearheaded this jaw-dropping venture. Launched from an aircraft carrier in the rough waters of the Pacific, these 16 B-25 raiders had one formidable objective: to strike Japan's nerve center, instilling sheer terror and eroding the seemingly invincible Japanese morale. But envision this, an enigmatic twist where Doolittle had never taken off. Flashback to the when and where. April 18, 1942, right in the heart of the Pacific Theater. Picture a grim alternate timeline where the raid's meticulous planning crumbled under unforeseen circumstances, a mechanical failure or a last-minute intelligence blunder rendering the mission abortive. Without this daring act of defiance hammering at its door, Japan's ego remains unchecked, its military muscle flexing harder and growing bolder. Had the Doolittle Raid never darkened Tokyo's skies, the U.S. would have grappled with keeping morale above water. That singular mission was not just a practical operation, it was a symbolic retaliation after Pearl Harbor. Imagine the psychological blow to an America desperate for a sign of invincibility, desperation that might have swayed strategies differently, perhaps leading to riskier, less calculated maneuvers. Cascade into this ripple effect. A fearless Japan pushing fervently in the Pacific, drawing out the war longer, stumbling upon opportunities to fortify alliances and force the Allies into a corner. The Asian theater becomes a broiling cauldron of unbridled might, radically altering pivotal encounters like the Battle of Midway, which might have swung perilously in Japan's favor without the sobering sting of the raid. Dominoes keep toppling. Perhaps a runaway wartime Japan, unabated by defeat, entrenches itself deeper into Chinese territory, reshaping the geopolitical landscape of East Asia post-1945. The Cold War's roots might have entangled with a more dominant Japanese presence, displacing American influence and reverberating into the Korean Peninsula and beyond, conceivably delaying crucial events like the Korean War or amplifying the Vietnam conflict's brutality. This alternate history doesn't just pause in 1942. Consider the ramifications on the global power dynamic, where the emboldened Japanese empire forces new treaty propositions on the United States and potentially the Soviet Union. A missing Doolittle Raid could well mean a different flavor of atomic diplomacy, or perhaps an extended Pacific War emboldening Germany's resistance in Europe and warping the post-war order we've come to accept as inevitable.